been in business for 20 years. We actually celebrate our 20-year anniversary this coming January. And we've worked very hard to gain the patient base. We have fantastic patients that are very loyal to us. We're in return, we're very loyal to them. It's a fascinating thought to realize that Infinity is one of the top, I'm going to say maybe the top 5, maybe the top 3 injectable practices in the United States, and we're right here in Alabama.
I think to see results and to get the best results, you need at least 2 treatment rounds of any of the treated areas that we did. So if we did a treatment round of 4 cycles, which is 4 applicators, then that would need to happen after 4 to 6 weeks, after 30 days if you wanted to do it. You just can't do it anytime before that. So your optimal results are after about 6 weeks, and you will really start to see that small, I call it inches, and you just start to see the inches just slightly going smaller and smaller and smaller. And I do think that if you do it more than 2 times, then you really, really get a great result.
What do you recommend?
I recommend at least 2, but if you want to go even more to get the best result that you possibly can, then 3 for each part of the area that you've done.
What's the max number of treatments you can do?
So you can do as many treatments as you want. It really does not matter. Treatment rounds, not per se applicators. So we can do 2 applicators sometimes at a time if we did the lower abdomen and a flank, trying to speed up the process since they are 35 minutes or 45 minutes or 75 minutes. I do think that if you wanted to continue to do an area for cool sculpting, like personally, I've done my abdomen about 5 times. I don't think that there is any problem with that at all.
We do threading, we do weight loss, we do hormone replacement therapy with pellets. Pellets are a very important part of the hormone replacement regimen. But all of this kind of makes us a full service med spa. We can do just about anything. We can avoid or delay that facelift that you may be thinking about. Threading has been the biggest impact lately on our toolbox, and being able to do things like avoid a full facelift, which could cost, upwards of $40,000. Started doing this is actually a mistake. My background is very technical. I've got a degree in computer science. I spent 20 years doing mostly software development in the banking industry and then a commercial environment. And most of that was 24/7/365. We worked every day of the year. I worked every hour of the day. After 20 years of doing that, I actually was working at a very large bank, and I decided that I wanted to go small, and I wanted to work at a company with a few dozen employees. I didn't enjoy working at the company with 13,000 employees. And so I retired from that, and I purchased a small little medical company that did a little bit of weight loss, and that kind of grew to kind of who we are today. I'm not going to say it was a mistake. I'm going to say it was fate, but it's been quite a journey from that first day when all we had was a laser, and we did Botox, and we used Radiesse and Restylane, and we opened up Infinity Medi Spa for the first time in September of 2005. We just unlocked the door, and that day 3 people, they didn't walk in the door. It's like they were afraid to. They just opened the door and stuck their head in and said, "What do y'all do?" And I was there, and my answer was, "What do you want us to do?" And so we really just kind of built the business. We were the first medical spa. I like to say medical spa, not med spa, but we were the first medical spa in the city of Birmingham, as far as I know, in Alabama. And we just evolved from there. We're continuing to evolve today. We are not like we were 5 years ago, and we're certainly not like we were 10 years ago. And we do have 6 offices. We started off with 4. That first one was office number 5. That was in Hoover. And then we turned the original 4 into Infinity Medi Spas over the next year. Training. We stay up to date. Lots of training, lots of reading, lots of research, and being a premier account with Allergan, we have advantages other smaller practices don't have. With resources from Allergan, training presented by or in conjunction with Allergan, and it's one of those things where if you do it a lot, you get really, really good at it. And we do it more than anybody. So I trust our doctors. I trust the procedures that they do. I trust their training. And I think one of our doctors, we counted the procedures that he did. One year, I think we counted that he may have done 10,000 procedures, which is, it's astonishing, but that's a tribute to the fact that our medical doctors are professional injectors. This is what they do for a living. It's not a sideline with them. It's their core competency. They take it very seriously, And that, along with good customer service, gets you a long way. And that differentiates us from pretty much all of the other injectors in the state.
Brooke Beasley, and I'm a medical assistant and the Cool Sculpting Specialist of the Birmingham offices at Infinity Medi Spa. So Cool Sculpting is not for weight loss. It is specifically to freeze a targeted area that someone has that is stubborn fat or pinchable fat in an area where you can't really lose it with diet or exercise. So you're gonna freeze 25% of that fat cell in that area that will never grow back.
How does it work on fat?
So what it does is it starts to kill the fat cells in that specific area. It goes down to negative 11 degrees. And after it goes down to the negative 11 degrees, you feel the numbness, and it just continues to naturally sweat out of your body, and any other natural senses, it just comes out of your body. And the more that you do it, the more of the fat cells that you freeze each time.
I have a question. Is this painful?
I think that it just depends on the person. So personally, for it being painful, I thought that I felt a little soreness, especially after the procedure. I personally think the 2-minute massage that we do to break down the fat cells even more is a little bit painful, because all of your sensations are coming back, all your feelings coming back to that area after it being super numb. So the coldness can be a little painful depending on the area.
Who is a good candidate for Cool Sculpting?
So anybody that has stubborn fat, which consists of just a specific part, let's just say the abdomen area, that you just really can't lose it down there right by the lower part of your stomach, sometimes the flank area or the bra fat area that we call it. As long as it's pinchable, it's not visceral fat to where the fat is behind the muscle, then you are definitely a candidate for Cool Sculpting.
Favorite products. Of course, okay, just a little secret about me. I'll get personal here. Since y'all are asking what's my personal favorite. I am 62 years old, and I do not everything, but I do enjoy the HRT program that we have. We are a BioT certified partner and provider of hormone replacement services. We do use pellets, so I'm a firm believer in male pelleting and female pelleting. On the male side, at 62, I can trace my low testosterone probably back to the age of 35. And I started getting treated for it at 47, and I started pelleting probably at 54 or 55. And pelleting has been fantastic for me. I feel like it keeps me young. I feel like it makes me feel and look young. I feel like it makes me act young. And it is heart healthy, and I totally endorse that. On the female side, I feel the same way. Testimonials from women in our practice, and some of them which I know very well, relatives of mine. I feel like the testimonials that come back from them, it's just it's almost a necessity. misconceptions about medical spa treatments. They think, I guess the biggest thing to me, we're not what I would call a cucumber spa. When you walk in this office, this is a medical office. We have doctors that perform these procedures. We're not here to put cucumbers on your eyes and take your clothes and hide them for 4 hours and make you hang out with us. This is a doctor's office. The doctors are very concerned. They do a medical assessment on every single procedure that they do. They're not here to make money. They're here to perform a procedure on you and get you the results that you're trying to achieve, give you the biggest bang for the buck. It's not all about making the money. And many times patients walk in and our doctors will say, no, you do not need to do that. You're fine the way you are. Just let us tweak this, let us tweak that. Let us help you here, let us help you there. There's a lot of procedures that we do, from Botox to fillers to skin resurfacing with lasers. We have energy devices, we have cool sculpting. And one thing that a lot of people kind of overlook is we do a lot of non-medical aesthetics as well, just with estheticians. Every office has an esthetician, a licensed esthetician. And we do procedures such as different types of dermabrasions, chemical peels, Diamond Glow procedures, which a Diamond Glow is a dermabrasion with a serum infusion. And these are overlooked too. And the estheticians actually work hand in hand with the doctors to solve a problem. Most of them are like skin tone issues or skin resurfacing issues, and the doctor may hand the patient off to the esthetician. The esthetician works on them for a couple of months, hands them back to the doctor. But there's always more than one way to skin the cat.